Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to GrowedUpGeek Gaming, your home for narrative and roleplay focused tabletop role-playing game actions. It is Tuesday night. We are here with our flagship campaign this year, switching to the Pathfinder 2nd Edition system, and our Adventure Path Bloodlords. We are into Season 2 now, rolling right along, having the time of our lives. Tonight we bring you Episode 3 of Season 2, Party Time, period. Excellent? Question mark. So we will see what comes of that. Before we get to that, we will do a bunch of intros, do a quick recap, and then jump right in. I will start. I am Manny, at GrowedUpGeek on your social media, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. If you like what we do here, give us a like, follow, subscribe, high five, fist bump, consent given, pat on the butt. Anything to show your support, we really appreciate it. We have a lot of fun here, and we like to know that other people are having fun along with us. We are live Tuesday nights here 7 p.m. twitch.tv/GrowedUpGeek for Bloodlords. Soon to finish our Friday night campaign, Legacy of Blood theme developing. And pretty soon starting bringing back our Wednesday show and switching to a separate system on the Friday show. But that will be more to come. Also, for the first time ever, or in a while, we are all caught up. Every episode of Season 1 of Bloodlords is now available on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@GrowedUpGeek. It's just how they do it. Check us out there. Give us a follow, subscribe, anything over there as well. I think that's it shilling for myself. Let us meet our amazing cast, 2 years strong, doing this together, having the time of our lives. Let's start with, we'll leave the big players for last. Salvatore, you've got something coming up very soon, and by very soon, I mean later today. How you feeling? And so tell us about Salvatore. What have you got coming up, and how have you been spending your downtime so far?
Salvatore is a cleric of Urgathoa, devout, got a big hat. We got a party coming up. Invited all of the bigwigs. Got a lot of RSVPs, hoping that they show up. Mainly, really only cares if the Bloodlord Berline shows up, so that they can do BFF stuff. You know, they just want to do some hood rat shit, and yeah, he's trying to prepare. He has given our goons some basic supplies to cook with, secured some booze, some blood, and some bodies for the undead. It's going to be a good time.
I am sure a party in Geb is always a good time. All right, let's go down to Vorys, which will kind of springboard into the last two intros. So, Lewis, tell us about Vorys, what you've been doing with your downtime, and just a little snapshot of where Vorys is when we ended the episode last week.
So I am Lewis, longtime player and friend of the gentleman leading this. I have been with the gentleman playing with as well. Not quite as long, but loving their company just as much. But Vorys has been basically turning the secret room that was in the master bedroom more into a little bit more of a secret room. You know, places where you can hide your hidden things, and you know, make sure that magic items aren't really, you know, known about or scryed upon. So, you know, it's you know, turn it into our, like, you know, personal vault of sorts. Well, as what Vorys was doing, he was trying to enjoy sleep, but apparently everybody was not letting him do that. And then he was also out searching for furniture and cabinets and stuff like that from the local craftsman of the town.
Who works exclusively in what medium?
Bone.
That's right. All of his furniture is bones because, of course.
You know, that's what it is.
Right. There's an aesthetic that has to be maintained here, so we do our best.
Vorys is not quite a fan, as much a fan of bone decor as everybody else in Geb, but it's one of those things. He deals with it. He has to make do otherwise.
When in Rome, homie. That's where it goes. All right.
Exactly.
So, as we piggyback off of Lewis telling us about Vorys not being able to sleep, which one of the two people who might be responsible for that would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. Tenta, tell us about Milk, how he's been spending his free time, and how the session ended last week.
I am Tenta. I play Milk. Milk is a 3-foot tall undead ghoul goblin gunslinger, and also little known but champion professional wrestler. And he enjoyed the last episode greatly, and in his downtime he's been basically just cranking out as much ammunition as he can and as much tinkering as he can accomplish. And where we left off on the last episode, he finally got back into the ring after a few years of being out of the ring. It went about the way you would think for a professional wrestler to go against an amateur, and it was great.
I just want to focus on this. This 28 that you see in the overlay was his athletics check from last week for his wrestling match. And thank you for Foundry to be able to maintain that to remind us of how well it went.
Pretty stunningly well.
It went stunningly well. All right, buddy. Thank you. All right. Last but not least, Kreegan, the other half of the nighttime expeditionary force, shall we say. So tell us about Kreegan, what he has been up to during the downtime, and then how you and Milk got kind of caught up in a festive evening out in Greydirge.
Yeah. Kreegan is a barbarian, an orc barbarian, who really loves to bash things and kill things. He is a Dampier, so he's not like most orcs. He had sort of been magically altered with necromantic energy, so that's fun. It's a good thing he's that for Geb. Makes it easier for him to be healed and stuff from the party cleric. As far as the downtime goes, he was looking to do things for the Builders League, saw that they were doing some work for the ovens, and that the things were progressing smoothly with the bank, so he's very happy with that. He's going to try to update his gear a little bit during this these next few days of get downtime, and then as far as Milk goes, when Milk originally came through, Kreegan wasn't too fond of this strange little ghoul goblin. But, Milk has proven himself in the wrestling matches. Orcs respect strength, and, Milk showed a desire to fight, and Kreegan respects that. So, while he may, think that Milk may be a little annoying for him, it's kind of like the annoying little brother. He just kind of like, Milk's here to stay. So
that's the power of a 28, y'all. That 28 really won Kreegan's respect.
And won Kreegan's respect. So.
All right. So that is our amazing cast. So last week, we have endeavored to set out for some downtime, waiting on kind of their next assignments, expecting it either from the Bloodlord or the Lord Governor, whichever one can kind of cozy up to them first. Some errands were run and some things were learned. The Vorys went shopping for furniture, went to the Bone Place. Also out while looking for a weaponsmith, the kind of the most prominent one in town, mysteriously murdered. Something of a deed signing over, title signing over to their good friend Red, who seemed slightly shocked by his friends or, I don't know, fellow businessmen's passing, but continued about his day as the line outside of his store was longer than ever now that the poisoning has ceased, and people are trying to buy back what goods that they sold during the food shortage and panic. Let's see what else. Berline was not home again. What else? That's it. And then you guys went out and like raised a ruckus. Yeah, that's everything you guys did. Yep. All right.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. In the course of Milk and Kreegan's evening out, the town seemed to be setting up and preparing for a large lunar festival. And whether they were kind of aware of it or not, maybe too much in their cups, as a fancy way of saying drunk. The city of Greydirge is one gigantic party, even as we pick up tonight at 4 a.m. Upon Milk and Kreegan stumbling home, awaking Vorys, and both of you guys just crashed to bed, yes?
Yeah, I passed out on the stairs.
Okay.
I didn't make it to the bed.
Okay.
Yeah, Kreegan's on the floor.
Sure.
Milk's like a cat where his legs are on one step and the rest of him is on another.
All right, so we will pick it up there. Season 2, episode 3, or episode 3?
Yeah.
Is it?
I think so, yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, this is 3.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great. We're killing it. Episode 3, party time. Excellent. Milk, Kreegan come crashing in past your city guard kind of sentries outside. They give you the proper respect and breadth as you kind of stumble your way home, even adjusting as you may lurch towards them in your moment. Milk, you have this kind of look of triumph and conquest, mad respect from the guards. They try to get a fist bump, you just leave them hanging. You're too busy. Make your way into the house, kind of deal with Vorys, go crash in your respective places. Vorys, it is early in the morning. You've just been awoken. You are giving off probably disappointed dad vibes.
Oh, it's more than like it's still like the disappointed dad slash like, we got to get up and make money in the morning, like disappointed boss vibe, dog. Like, so it's like, it's just like, it's one of those things. It's like, Vorys may have to cancel his plans of what he wanted to do with everybody because these two are going to be hungover as shit. So it's just like, damn it, I had plans for.
Salvatore, you don't sleep. What were you doing when Milky Boy and Kreegan kind of tried to subtly sneak home?
Salvatore found the crawl space in the attic where all of the like old holiday decorating supplies are. He dug out the decorations for whatever necromantic Urgathoa celebration stuff. So he's just been decorating all night long. Him and the big hand just is like dragging garland around the house.
You're not sure if they're festive, like Geb decorations, or like really morbid, like mortal world decorations. Like, is this a happy thing or is this like Easter? Is it sad for them but happy for us? Help us out. Like, you're kind of confused. You're not really sure of the customs. And for somebody who's considered something of like a tyrant and a madman who had like torture chambers in the basement, really remarkable selection of outdoor decor. Really got into the holiday spirit.
Yeah, it's got some like cutouts of Geb, some cardboard cutouts of Geb to hang around. Tapestries.
There's a dead tree in the back that you're supposed to decorate.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, he's just like decorating, getting the house in order. He's pushed all the furniture against the walls, which I'm sure was also not helping out Vorys sleep at all. It's just like furniture being pushed across stone floors.
No, I don't think it should go there. Put it over there. The big hand sighing, pushing it all over the floor. All right, so Salvatore, you got a little pressure. You know, you're the one kind of throwing the sorry. Vorys, you were awakened in the middle of the night. Kreegan passed out. Milky Boy, slowly, every couple of like breaths, you just kind of slide down one more step.
Yeah.
And you absolutely snore like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
It takes a lot for Vorys not to just go down there and just like kick him the rest of the way down the stairs, like so that way he's at least in the basement. Like
watch him roll down all limp. The most fucked up sleepy ever.
He like goes to the top of the stairs and just looks like, ooh, ooh.
And out of the kitchen, you are going to start to hear like quite the commotion and quite the racket.
Oh, I'm definitely going to see what that crazy fucking hand is doing now.
Okay. Salvatore, press on with the decorating.
Yeah, I'm gonna in the morning. Today's the day of the party, right?
Yeah.
I will summon. I'll cast. What is it? Create food 3 times so that our goon has some basic stuff to work with and zhuzh up accordingly.
Okay. All right. You're going to start conjuring food. Vorys, you're going to make your way into the kitchen. Surprise, surprise, you barge in the door. Argoon is just absolutely, like, covered in white powder. He looks a little, like, kind of bloodshot and veiny.
Has he been, like, putting in the midnight oil?
Just kind of, like, disheveled and kind of, like, mumbling to himself. As he kind of like fidgets around, knocking stuff off the table.
Argoon. You alright, buddy?
It's just I just all this pressure with this party, and I wanted to go well for you guys, and just the festival outside. It's a big day in town.
Well, I mean, you've made plenty of bread for a while. I mean, I don't know how much us quick eat, but it's definitely not that much.
I know, but
are you trying to show off your skills?
I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but I'm just cooking for you guys. You guys are cool, and in all due respect, not that powerful. Like, some of these people here could just make me disappear. And
oh no, trust me. If anybody in this house understands the power of a diplomatic seat, it's me. And I definitely know what a hand in the right place and a coin in the right pocket will do. So yeah,
he looks at you. What a bizarre expression.
You've never heard that?
No. Why would I be in everybody's pocket?
It's not you in everybody's pockets. It's a hand.
No.
Have you ever had a friend?
I mean, no. I've worked for people, and I was a general for a while, and you don't get a lot of friends.
When you were alive, did you have a friend?
I had a lieutenant.
Did you often shake his hand?
I mean, yeah, I had to. They made me. They thought it was rude if I didn't.
Exactly. So, a hand shakes another hand,
I'm with you
and
so
with
far.
the other hand, you slide gold into that hand, and a deal is done.
So what you're saying is I need to work on my sleight of hand.
I mean, it can't help being in the state that you're in right now.
It's like trying to like palm a grape. Like how's that going? Is that good? Huh? Not bad, right? Yeah.
But no. I mean, you're trying to perfect too many skills at once, man. Like, just trust me. You're doing an amazing job. Is there anything that I can help you with in the kitchen or around the house for this?
No. I should handle this as long as Salvatore gets me something to work with. We've got plenty of time. Things in Geb don't start till late. We can't start too early in case the vampires can't go out during the day.
Well, do we have all of the ingredients for everything?
I mean, probably. I mean, as long as there's, something that's not food for those who eat that, and some blood and
aren't you in charge of what we have in the cabinets right now?
I mean, yeah, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Tell me what we have in the cabinets, and we'll figure it out.
All right.
If it'll be enough.
I'm glad you asked, and like whips out this piece of paper with like everything on it. You just decide if this is enough. If not, get some more. I want this thing to go well for you guys.
I mean, I want it to go well. I want to make more money.
All right, well, hopefully you just don't forget about us little people if you get like a bigger house.
Technically, we didn't get paid yet. So, as a man that likes to get paid,
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, you probably got stuff to do. I've got stuff to do. If you need anything, let me know. And it's kind of like takes like a deep hand breath.
If you need anything, let me know.
Takes a deep breath and starts flipping pages and going about his day.
Man, you need a drink.
No, not yet. Not yet. It's early. Or late. I don't know. I don't know which one it is.
On party days, it's never too early to drink. It's why they call it a party.
So he goes about his little kind of disembodied hand culinary business. Salvatore, you still just going to get ready all the way through? You don't sleep?
Salvatore's going to come into the kitchen to let our goon know that there's more ingredients and food out there, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, you look absolutely terrible. You need to go relax a little bit, but don't relax too much." And he'll like kind of gives him like a little tiny back massage, just a little wrist massage.
His index finger starts like shaking.
You can do it. You've got it, little buddy. Don't worry.
Thanks.
It will be fine.
Thanks. I just want this to go so well for you. I know you've invited a lot of important people here, and I want this to go well.
I think the only thing that I need is at like a potions shop in town, and that's about it.
Okay. All right. Vorys, what are you gonna do? It's still early as hell. You gonna try to go back to bed?
Vorys is up. Once he gets up, he's one of those people that just is kind of up. Vorys is like me in that fact. So it's comes from he got a fair amount of sleep. So working those long shifts and sleeping only a little bit, he's kind of used to it. So once he's up, he just kind of goes. I mean, our goon gave me a list of things to look over for the food as well. I think there's a late night potion shop open.
There's that potion shop that we went to with the creepy vampire that
and he stays open late.
Yeah, like the brain drain.
Oh, the dude that was like itching to be your fucking number one, man.
Yeah, I told him I needed him to make some potions,
Oh, so he might have something for you if we go back to him.
Yeah.
He might have some good stuff if we go in there too. I mean, well, technically we haven't been paid by the person, but it's not like we're not flush. So,
Truth.
I mean, we can at least go see what he's got, and if anything, I can sell him some stuff. I got a freaking bag of holding full of stuff full of shit, so.
Alright, so set off into town?
Yeah, I think the store was called Curiosities for the Curious. Ogden Steeris is the owner. I think that's the one.
Yes.
Oh, he's you just call him OG Simp number 1. And on his what is it, his EB roll?
You make your way out into town. The guards stationed at the gate kind of turn and look when they hear the door open, and just kind of shocked that it's not Milk and Kreegan trying to rally and go out for round 2.
I'm gonna look at them and go, make sure they don't leave the house again.
Yes, yes, sir. Would you like one of us to escort you through town, or are you guys okay?
No, just make the house is more important right now. We have an engagement, so.
Yes, we've heard it's quite the talk of the town. It may even eclipse the Lord Governor's party this evening as well.
Oh, I definitely look over towards Salvatore and I just go, oh really?
Oh, the Lord Governor's throwing a party. Oh. All right.
Oh, he's not gonna like that. We outshadow his party. He's.
Let's go burn his house down right now.
Hey, we're gonna rescind your invite. Sorry, bro. What are you gonna do now? Oh, I guess you better deal with the fire at your house. What fire at my house? Oh, nothing.
Nothing. I gotta go now.
You make your way out into town, and the town is absolutely like in full swing. It, aside from it being dark, it could be the afternoon of any big kind of festival day. The streets are so packed. There are vendors. Vorys, there's going to be all kinds of people from out of town. Not your typical vendors or people that occasionally make business in town once in a while, but just complete everybody from out of town trying to bring a little joy, I don't know, to the Gebites as the food shortage is over. You see all kinds of things, parties happening right now, people just drinking in the streets. The kind of shop part of the city, not as busy. Logically, everybody's too busy partying. But your potion shop is open, the door slightly ajar, and this like really like kind of herby smell coming from inside.
Why do we keep rolling up on these shops with these fucking half-open doors and shit? This is not. Oh. This is really suspicious.
Kick it open.
Yeah. Oh no, we're going full. I'm doing full guard mode now. I'm done with this. I'm not about to be implicated in anything.
Second door in 2 days.
So I draw my sword and kick the door.
You kick the door in. Behind the counter, you see Ogden with his little like brush of sage. You just like absolutely scared the shit out of him. What the fuck? Just barging in on me like this?
Have you ever heard of closing your door?
I don't know, man. This is the last guy's deal. Anyway, sorry. You just startled me. What can I do for you?
No, you startled the shit out of me. I have not had a great week with walking in doorways of stores that I thought were, fairly friendly to me.
Ah, yes. I heard about that.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
This town doesn't,
Yeah, nothing is safe in this fucking town.
What do you? Yeah. But anyway.
Forgive me. Sorry. I was woken up by my roommates, and I thought the worst. It is glad to see you again and alive.
It is very good, and he's going to give like a deep bow to Salvatore. I think you'll be very happy with some of the things I've worked up. I honestly do not know what they do, but I can assure you that the person whose mind I stole this recipe from was very pleased with its success. Disclaimer, it is not for the quick.
You don't worry, I'm not about to be drinking y'all's little mind juice.
And he is just going to slide you 2 of these. I mean, they are not airplane bottles volume of
like
liquid.
Ampule?
Like less than a 5-hour energy.
Oh yeah, you're talking like capsule.
Like just this little, and just this really ornate little glass. It's purple, it swirls, and Salvatore, like when you pick it up, you can swear you hear like just this commotion of hundreds of voices, like just talking all a mile a minute.
Nice.
I want to look at Salvatore and go, what would happen if I drank one of those?
Would you like to try one?
No. I was just asking.
Ogden like reaches for like this other look, if you want to, I have the antidote, I guess. But you're gonna need it like right away.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get some of that too. Go ahead and just put that in with the order. Hey, we're having a party, so you never know.
Ooh, you absolutely need to be careful with this at this party. And he's going to go from like weird simp to like very serious Salvatore. If you drink this at the party, it could be very dangerous.
What are you trying to do to my man over here?
It is
you
not.
You trying to give him some stepped on shit, dog?
It is not. It is not for a large room of people.
Very well.
I kind of want to look at him and go, I don't know if that shit's pure, dog.
Hey, it just cut. What are you calling this concoction?
He kept calling it Wide Awake.
No.
And he seemed to really enjoy himself right up until he didn't.
Okay.
He was like, I still haven't taken him out back yet. I was done with him, so whatever.
Oh, dude, is he like forcibly taking these things?
I needed him to teach me, but he was unwilling. So I learned.
I want to look at Salvatore, and I kind of want to like ask him, is like, does that have any effect on its purity?
Oh, I don't think so. If this was any more pure, I would worry about your friend's condition in taking this.
No, I mean like giving somebody a thought willingly and having someone terrified out of their mind and getting something taken from them is two different scents.
Is it really taken from you if you don't know it's gone?
As someone that lives and breathes still, yes.
He did not seem to notice. But I have given you my warnings. I appreciate your business. And if you were to need anything else for your party this evening, including perhaps maybe a bartender, and he pulls up like 2 glass jars that he's working on.
I distill my own stuff.
You definitely do need a bartender. You're hired.
Oh god, he gives me such a creepy vibes, dog.
Fabulous. And he's gonna.
No rupees.
No. And he's gonna like start pulling stuff out. And when you say no roofie, he's gonna be like, no, of course not. And then put one of the boxes like back underneath the counter.
Damn it.
Yes, of course. No. I do have some new recipes I've been dying to try out. And I'm sure your guests would love it. What time shall I report to the manor?
Times of parties usually start at around and get 9.
Yes, guests will not arrive until probably 10, maybe perhaps later.
So then you don't start it till 9, so that way everybody feels like they're cool and fashionably late.
Very well, and he starts like gathering up some stuff and like see him like kind of mixing stuff, smelling it, a little sip. Oh, I can't wait. And when you go outside, there's going to be a gentleman with a cracked boot. If you could send him in, tell them I can solve his problem, that would be most helpful.
Cobbler?
I am a bit of a jack of all trades. He will require the aid that I can provide him.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Yeah, did we want to look at his inventory, or are we...
Yeah, if he has any potions of shared memories, want to buy some of them. They're common.
What was it? Shift X? Control X? Control space? There we go. Oh, he's gonna kind of pull you in. He was like, the potions of shared memories that you typically buy are dubious at best. This is infinitely better. Trust me. Try it out in a small room. If you like it, I will make you more.
I will try it. I'll try it tonight at the party.
Ignoring him.
He's gonna look at. It's gonna be wild, man. I can't wait. Yes. The gentleman with the boot outside will be experiencing distress in just a moment. If you could grab him before I must track him down and find him in another place in town.
All right. I guess we'll grab him and usher him in on our way out.
You make your way outside. Between leaving, gathering your shit together, making the walk, getting into town, the sun has come up, And as you make your way out into the streets, it was dark when you went inside, saw Ogden. Now the sun is up, and the streets are legit crowded. Like Bourbon Street on Mardi Gras. All kinds of floats and big effigies and posters, and somehow there's a John 3:16 sign. It doesn't make any sense. And they're just everywhere, like legalized weed sign. Just everybody's out to, support something. And from the, the shop has, elevated stoop, so you walk up like 3 steps before you go into the door. So from this position, Salvatore I guess both of you are kind of tall. He planted this idea in your head that somebody was going to be out there and easy to spot, but it's hard to see because it is just crowded as hell out there. Woo, Geb, yeah, Greydirge, woo! Show me your bones! It's like skeletons flashing.
I always hated this time of year.
What do you guys want to do?
Well, creepy potion guy gave my boy some questionable liquid, so I guess I'll look over the list that our goon gave us.
Okay.
And is there like a bunch of like dead stuff, like, do I feel there's enough for both living and non-living guests?
Probably. You would assume that, especially with Salvatore's guest list, people are not going to be like stone cold munching.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to try to be polite and,
Food. Just little appetizers.
Yeah. You should be good. You're probably concerned about booze. But that's probably about it.
That would be the next thing. Since we just got a bartender, begrudgingly.
We got the guy last episode from one of the taverns said that he would bring mead. So we got some
that.
mead. Do we need to get like hard liquor or anything like that, like wine or anything? Definitely get some hard liquors. Does Geb have what is Geb's national?
Do we have like do I know of like an underground? Well, I guess I mean, if anything.
Are you asking are there moonshiners in Greydirge?
Yeah, is it potato based? Is it corn based? Is it more of like a prison wine fruit situation?
I guess I would have you want a society?
Yeah. See what you come up with.
All right.
Both of you vaguely recall this like drinking fad that had come up of this weird little cocktail that some gnome had made. Tried to sell it like a tonic, and it ended up just getting like people just absolutely like hemmed up.
And you said it was a fad?
You remember it being a thing, and you remember seeing it all the time. He would move spots throughout the city, but for like a good period of time, you remember seeing him like every day.
Do I remember like kicking him out of certain spots and stuff like that?
When he would set up in front of like shops that he shouldn't have.
Okay. I want to look at him and go, have you ever heard of that little gnome guy? That I don't know if...
And you're gonna hear somebody go, "Oh, who said the gnome guy?" And this dude like hobbles out of the crowd. "Hey, have you seen the gnome guy? I could really go for some of that stuff right now."
Oh my god, is it that bad, dog? Like I'm trying to speak to my friend and somebody's like, "Yeah, are you, dude, are you serious? Are you looking for him too?" Dude, me too, man, me too. Like, it's been some time since you've heard of him or from him. Yes.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw him yesterday.
And where did you see him at?
Over by Governor's Mansion.
I mean, I do have business over there. We can head over there.
Okay.
See what's up.
Yeah, I want to pick up some cases of Alkenstar ice wine as well.
Nice.
It says that it finds a ready market among Geb. Even though undead are still immune to the effects listed to it, just like to drink it.
Okay. All right. Salvatore, Vorys, you're going to head off towards the governor's mansion on the words of strung out junkie, potentially.
I mean, you know, I've followed worse leads in my career, so, you know, what can I say?
Kreegan, Milk, the day's going to start kind of turning into, you know, kind of late-ish morning. There's a huge commotion in the house. People coming in and out, like decorators, dropping off dead flowers, all kinds of, like, activities for the party. You can... you're kind of waving in and out of consciousness. You hear like Argoon telling people, put that over there and put that over there and this, that, and the other. You guys gonna sleep through it, or what are you gonna do?
That depends. What time did we get in last night, and what time is it currently?
About like
how long have
it's about like you guys got in probably about 3-4 in the morning, maybe a little later. Yeah. By now it's probably getting to be like 10-11 o'clock.
Gotcha. So, Kreegan will probably wake up then. You know, he had drank a lot the night before. He doesn't feel fully rested yet, but you know, he knows how to handle alcohol decently. So he kind of like just stretches, and he's like still feeling a little bit of the effects of the alcohol. But he's just going to walk out of his room. You know, waking up on the floor wasn't the most comfortable thing. Just kind of walk out of the room and kind of like look at everything. And I assume there's some sort of coffee, right?
I mean, if you asked Argoon, I'm pretty sure he could help you out. He's in the middle of like the big room in the house, and you can see him like pointing like people in different directions and like being like very authoritative and using his big hand voice.
He's very much our like you know, chick in a fucking power suit with a little earpiece, like directing people around with a clipboard in his hand. If he was, you know, whole.
So yeah, he will go up to Argoon.
Hey,
he will say,
oh, good morning. I heard you had such a crazy night. If you need something to help you wake up, it's in the thing on the stove. It's just in that pot. It's a pretty strong tea. I think you'll like it.
Thank you, little hand.
You got to be good. I don't want you ruining this party for our friend.
I may just need to take a quick jog around the city. I didn't get a good sleep. Some exercise will help. As he kind of like walks to the kitchen, just like very groggily, to grab some of that tea.
Argoon continues to like tell people where to go while you're walking into the kitchen, and just as you like kind of push the door open, he was like, "There's all kind of breads on the table. There's plenty of tea. Get something to eat. Let me know if you need anything." No. I said over there. And there's like just like a mob of skeletons just in the house, like carrying stuff and moving things. Even the big hands like pointing authoritatively with its big like 4x4 finger.
Kreegan is he's essentially going to, between food, water, and tea, he's just going to like be grabbing different ones and just like keep going at it. He's hungry, he's thirsty for water, and he needs the tea to wake him up.
All right. Milky Boy, you can hear all kinds of furniture dragging around. You can hear the big hand voice of Argoon really stepping into a leadership role. What are you getting into? You just assed out 6 steps lower than where you fell asleep, or what are you doing?
Yeah. He kind of wakes up and he's like, and holds his head, and he hears all the banging going around in the living room. And he kind of like sparks up and runs up the stairs, and he's like, yes, like hissing at everyone. He's like, what are you doing?
All the skeletons like stop for a second and then go right back to like putting up. Oh, and Argoon like comes skittering over. Oh, you're awake. Oh, thank God. I was worried about you. Every couple of minutes I heard like whoop, 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 whoop. And then you'd slide down like 4 stairs.
Yeah. I guess that happened. What's going on?
We're getting
what's
ready.
happening?
We're getting ready for the party.
What party?
Salvatore's wanted to throw a party for all the bigwigs in town, and they'll all be here tonight.
Oh shit. Do you have any? I need bread and I need booze.
He's like, I got
right
both.
now.
He was like, there's some of the mead that got delivered earlier. He delivered way too much. Have at it. There's bread in there. There's tea. Kreegan's in there now.
Luke's gonna pat Argoon on the wrist or whatever and walk in there and just start going to town. Everything he can find, just loaves. He's taking them down in 2 bites. He's like drinking some of the blood he found.
It's like, you need to stay.
Yes.
And just like when Kreegan was going into the kitchen, like the last thing you hear is, you have to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying.
when Milk does walk in there, Kreegan will just raise the tea, the champion of Greydirge, and then just kind of like take another sip as he keeps eating.
Milks raises his glass. Yeah. That was awesome. I feel so bad right now, though. We should go for a run.
Yes, sweat off the alcohol.
I want to show you something on the corner of the roof, too, that I've been thinking about.
The corner of the roof.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
It looks so blank, doesn't it? So empty. There could be something there.
I grew up in a tent on the streets. I do not really have much of an eye for the look of things.
Wow. I'm pretty sure I grew up in a goblin cave until I blew everything up. And then I got left to starve to death. But anyway, I'm alive. You're alive. I should run it off. I should jump it off. Milk's like getting into it now. He's feeling the like food fuel hitting him. He's feeling like he's ready to start doing work.
Kreegan, he definitely feels like he only slept, the 6 hours instead of the full 8. But he has enough energy to run and like generally be mentally there. He just, isn't super talkative.
Milk is.
You guys are going for a run after, your role-playing fantasy is after you get drunk and are hungover is to go for a run.
Yes.
Okay.
For Kreegan, at least.
Okay. All right.
Milk, too, who's very fastidious.
Just wanted to make sure.
Kreegan, he is a warrior at heart, and the one thing he has to do every day is to not skip leg day.
I was like, I don't think Milk skips leg day, but I was like, that should be Milk's motto. Don't skip leg day.
Milk never skips leg day.
Yeah,
It's his favorite day.
I bet. All right. You guys are like legit gonna go for a run, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna go for a run around the couple block radius.
Probably a little slower pace than normal.
Yeah, not quite Rocky pace.
All right. So you're gonna get up, get ready, walk out the door. The two guards are gonna kind of look at you, and you see them talk amongst themselves. Vorys told me I'm not supposed to let you out of here.
Is Vorys your dad, or is your dad your dad?
We're gonna kind of look at each other. My dad is my dad?
Okay, then get the fuck out of my way. I'm going for a run. And he's like tugging on Kreegan. Let's go. Let's go. Don't let him get in the way.
Kreegan will look at them because Kreegan, he definitely partied hard, but he is mature enough to know what this is all about. He says, I'll keep an eye on him. No more drinking until the party later.
Forgot there's gonna be a party later.
All right, just they left a little while ago. I don't know where they went, but they should be back soon. Can you please be back before they get back? I don't want to have to deal with this.
It'll be a quick one.
All right, that's what she said.
Hey.
All right, and then you can see one of them really kind of nervous. Yeah, finger guns. One of them looks nervous to let you go, and the other one just seems kind of reassuring. It's fine. It's fine. It's like, but
I'll pat him on the knee when I walk by. It's gonna be okay. Don't worry.
All right, just like I said, just try to be back soon so that I don't have to deal with this.
Can do.
All right. If I see him, I'll try to stall him, but you guys got to be back, okay?
Very well.
All right, off you go. They kind of start mysteriously looking up at the sky and down at their feet in the opposite direction from where you guys go. You're going to find very quickly outside the gates that running within the city is not going to be a thing today. At this point, it's not just the throngs of people, but all the little side vendors, all the little games, everything about this festival in town has begun in earnest by the time you make it out there. It is crowded. There are tons of people, most of them quick. The only dead you see aren't necessarily revelers, but people who've come to ply their wares or their drinks or whatever. They're working this thing. Not a lot of dead in attendance.
Huh. Well, if there's no room to go a running, then I guess I'm not gonna do a run. It's like, come on, Kreegan. Let's get some, we can knock some exercises out in the yard.
Yes.
We'll come back through the gate. Come back through the gate, and then I told you we'd be back.
Thank God. They should be back any moment now. I appreciate it. I don't want to tell you what to do, but also, he's kind of my boss and just a bunch of stuff. You understand, right?
Kreegan looks at him and says, "No worries. If anything else, I am a man of my word. If I was going to not return, then I would just tell you that I would not return."
My dad used to say that, and then he didn't return one day. So, all right. Like I said, we're about to be getting off soon. I just didn't want to have to deal with it, so I do appreciate it. Thank you. And then what? You guys are just gonna go what, like prison yard exercises?
Yep.
Yep, prison yard
And
style.
Kreegan's gonna use milk as like a barbell for overhead press.
Make him hold on to some chains and stuff. Help him out. Like, help me
Yep.
out, man. Hold this gallon of milk. All right, so you guys are gonna start just kind of pumping it out, San Quentin style. We'll cut back to Salvatore and Vorys. The city is beyond packed as you make your way just through the crowd. Some people seem to kind of recognize you. Some people just are in the festive mood, and Vorys people keep trying to like hand you drinks and like woo in your face and stuff. Where are you guys going? It's a party, man.
Yeah, we're just celebrating today like you too, man. Woo!
Woo! He's like, hey, it's celebration time. You want a drink?
No, I'm actually I have something planned.
Oh, okay. Me too. Taking a drink. Like, takes like a big old sip of it. All right, man. Well, you guys be safe and, you know, happy Lunar Day. And he just kind of like goes off. Woo! You make your way through you almost remember the kind of last alley that you saw him in. And as you make your way up there, there's this crowd of people. You hear this kind of like auctioneer's kind of cadence and a very well rehearsed like sales pitch for Greydirge's Grey Goodness. And there are people, obviously Mark's in the audience. Oh my God, this has done so well for me, and all this other stuff. And the second he sees Vorys, he kind of shrinks just a little bit. Starts looking around. Everybody's still enraptured by his presentation, but he's kind of spooked.
I kind of want to move towards the edge of the stage. I don't want to interrupt his show because I understand, like, you know, I want to do the whole like cop and you know, his CI type thing.
He kind of tracks you with his eyes, still giving his speech. And as he continues to track you, he was like, I will have you know, every single one of these bottles has been manufactured and tested under the strictest of limits in total adherence with local laws. And he seems very proud of that fact. And all the people in the audience are like, oh, okay. It's like, I've learned my lesson from being a shuckster and a con artist, is that eventually the truth catches up with you. I am no longer that person anymore, and that is why it is beholden on me to bring you this fantabulous concoction. Who can I get some for? And like,
I'll raise my hand.
Yeah, and you can see him like intentionally like going around you to give like people behind you and take their money. And for him being a gnome and you being kind of tall, he has to work really hard to pretend not to see you. But he's absolutely doing his damnedest.
And if he like starts to go like to the people around me, I'm gonna go, well, don't you see me, friend? Oh, I would love to try your product.
And for like a minute, you can see him step into the role of salesman. Would you like this fine, upstanding member of the city guard, of which I have no previous relationship with, to try this fantabulous tonic? And the crowd's like, yeah! He just hands you a bottle.
I'm gonna take it, and I am gonna give it a slug.
Okay. As you do, he's gonna say, "Notice the delicious taste. It does taste very good." And he may not notice it, just like the flower doesn't know it is blooming. But the outside, all of us can see. Look how much his candor has improved. How much better he looks after half of a vial. It is amazing. And like suddenly there's a bigger rush of crowds to people to like give him money. And in fact, is making him feel so good, he can't even finish all of it.
Oh, man.
He'll save it for later. He'll have the best day of his life twice today. How many people can say that? And people are just hand over fist giving him money. Oh no, Greydirge. It looks like we're just about out. I'm sorry. Maybe I can go back and resupply later today. And if you are looking for me, you can find me out front of the smoldering remains of the Crooked Coffin Tavern. I'll be easy to find. What better ways to drown your sorrows about your bar blowing up than with some of our miracle tonic?
Was that his bar?
No.
Oh.
I was just working. I was working into the fact that it had been blown up into the.
Was this your favorite watering hole?
You drank it. It tastes like really sweet. It doesn't taste like anything, and you sure as hell don't feel any better. And as people are, kind of sad and upset that they aren't going to be able to buy some, he was like, "Well, friend, tell these people how great you feel." And like half of them are about to leave and they stop and kind of look at you. Everybody who bought one is absolutely chugging theirs.
I'll look down and go, man, I think the old stuff was better.
I want the old stuff. Yeah, me too. No. I assure you, this is the new and improved formula. He's so used to the old stuff and how just hit like a sledgehammer. This is subtle, like a lover. You're going to enjoy it. It's going to take its time. It's going to give you what you need. Just give it time.
And then, as he's saying that, I'm going to drink the rest of it and go, no, I remember hitting it different at one time. I don't know. I remember I didn't ever have to wait this long.
I confess to you folks, him and I do have a long-standing relationship. This is actually a little joke that we play. I interrupt him while he's harassing innocent citizenry and make him look foolish, and here he comes up and busts my chops while I'm trying to deliver the greatest health tonic of all time to you. This is just a little back and forth we have. Isn't it great, folks? A couple of them like confused clapping. Yay. All right, well, thank you. Like, actively trying to shoo people away. Come on, man, what are you doing? I would have absolutely cut you in if you just helped me out.
I don't need to get cut in today. What I need is your actual skills, for once.
Hey, look, man. I told you I'm out.
No, not... You still brew this shit, don't you? You make it, don't you?
I mean... The old stuff?
Yes.
That
good stuff.
I mean,
yes.
Yeah, I got a little bit, man, but no offense, you kind of made my life really shitty for a while, so I'm sorry that now all of a sudden you need some and I don't have any.
No, it's not about that. What if I was to make your life better again?
I mean,
what if I was to introduce you into a new circle of people?
What kind of people?
The kind of people that like to keep things like this a secret and like to pay for things like that. So as long as you keep your mouth shut and actually bring the good like the last time, like you and I and some of these old people know about, then maybe you won't have to do what you're doing anymore. Because again, this isn't the same stuff, man. You know better than this.
I don't want to get in trouble. Plus, it's not about it actually working, man. It's about the show and them believing that it works.
Yeah, but come on, man. You and I both know sometimes it is about how good it is.
Sure, but not in this context. How good it was got me in nothing but trouble with you before. Now, doing the legal thing.
That you weren't permitted. What am I supposed to do, man?
He was like, "Fine. What do you need?"
I need a supply for tonight.
How much?
I got a thing. Salvatore, how many people? 30, 40?
At least.
So, I need enough for 100, man.
It's a real who's who.
If you need to be there to make sure,
Done.
then that's fine. But it's just you, nobody else.
Done. Done.
All right.
How should I dress?
No, not like a salesman.
I can be dignified.
Can you?
I mean, you don't get to be this good of a huckster without knowing how to fool the rich. He's like, I'll be fine.
All right. Well, bring the stuff we know and love. We have to go do some other shopping, get some other drinkables. What's your favorite? What do you like to drink?
Can't get better than my own stuff, man. The rest of the stuff is weak and it's swell.
I mean, well, you and I both know that, but
He's like, I got some other stuff lying around, some stuff I've been working on. It's not as good as the original. I got you. You just.
all right. Well, just remember the kind of people that you're gonna be around tonight are the kind of people that like friends. Try to be friendly, not a salesman. Friendly.
I'm gonna let my stuff do the talking for me.
You just send me a bill for what we need, and anything else you take care of outside of what you bring to the party. Yes, that's the only stipulation.
Fair.
Any sales take place outside of tonight.
And while you're harassing me about my business, how'd you end up in the big house there, city guard?
Well, walking a beat sometimes helps out, doesn't it?
Apparently so.
I helped you out. I've helped you out before.
Yeah,
Have I
just
not?
as much as you
Just-
put me in jail.
Well, I mean, I got to keep up appearances, don't I?
Nah, you picked a weird time to suddenly be my friend, but I'm
Well,
gonna trust
again,
the
you
guy in
have-
the big house. If not, I will
Have
be
you
able
not-
to talk my way out of it.
Have you not been in jail?
More than a few times.
All right then. Have you not been in jail?
Usually
How
by
are you
my own.
enjoying not being in jail?
I get it. But here's the deal. I am not responsible for what your party people do on this shit. You know that, right?
I understand that.
Okay.
As
All right.
as long as you bring the good stuff and don't bring that shit that
No,
you remember.
it's fine. I know.
No,
I got it.
No custom recipes this
I got
time,
it.
man.
I got it. Fine.
All right.
I will deliver this to your big house tonight.
All right. I got some funny things planned too, so don't you worry. You might end up with a laugh.
He's gonna kind of look at you. I'm intrigued. Very well. All right. Well, I got to get this cart back and get loaded up on that sugar water for tomorrow's marketplace. But yeah, you better be honest about this, because if I walk into some kind of sting, everybody in this town is gonna know that you're crooked.
So upon him questioning my motives, I'm gonna take 10 gold from like a small pouch that I had just kind of like on my like person, like as like small change purse basically, And I'm gonna throw him 10 gold basically, and I'm going, this is just a taste.
Bites down on all 10. All right, I'll see you tonight. Starts packing up his little tiny wagon, his little tiny like pygmy donkey, and starts making his way. I'll see you tonight.
All right. And I'm gonna look towards Salvatore. We got other shopping to do, but consider
your clothing.
Consider the nostalgic feel of our clientele to be perked tonight. So we have to get ginger beer, rum. I also need lemon juice, powdered claws or talons, few flour. I need bitters. I need yuzu juice and powdered giant hair and pomegranate juice, and I also need some like elemental things like
I need a stone of the earth, some pomegranate pods.
This is for a cocktail. This is for a cocktail drink that we're
You managed to find all of those things at the alchemy shop. The one in Greydirge, very well stocked. It's like Total Wine.
All right, perfect. So, yeah, excellent. I think that's everything that I needed for those. Yep. All right, cool.
All right. Salvatore, want to get some new threads?
Yeah, I was at went to the tailor, and he was trying to get everyone to make like leather suits made out of skin. Dropped him off with some magical other human leather, and gave him like rough dimensions of what I thought the rest of the party's measurements were.
Okay.
For some fancy clothes for tonight. Extra fancy ceremonial real Geb type clothes.
You make your way to the tailor shop, and there is a very menacingly written notice. It says, "Closed except for private commission. Please come in."
Yes.
See? No weird smell, no partially ajar door. Telling everybody else to fuck off, telling you to come directly inside. The bell dings. Everything's...
That's the kind of entry we need as a party. That's what we need.
Everything's like really plush and very well lit. It's starting to get into the afternoon. You had a hard time negotiating through the streets with the festival going on. And nobody's in the front part of the shop, and you hear him from the back, "I'll be with you in a second." He's like, "I can't wait for you to see what I've come up with." "Almost done." And he comes out with like garment bags. First, like the little tiny one, he was like, "I cannot wait to show this to you." And he unzips it, and there's just this magnificent, it's like a formal singlet with like lapels and a collar for milk.
Nice.
Based on his dimensions, especially his centaur natured behind, I assumed wrestler, so I wanted him to be festive.
Boy's towing a wagon.
Dragging that wagon, boy. Like, very good. Do you like it? Yes?
Beautiful.
Okay. Folds it up, puts it back in the garment bag, like folds that one down. She's like, "And for you, our loyal city guard." He rips this thing down, opens it up. It looks like the officers' dress uniforms for the Lord Governor's, his squad of dudes. But a lot more edgy and formal and menacing and kind of badass.
So it's like dress whites, like
They're blacks. It's
like
weird.
Like dress blacks, like emo style.
Like dress blacks, but like also with like a hint of like wings and just kind of this early vanilla warlock WoW kind of vibe to it.
I dig it.
Before things get like
right.
before things get like really fucking weird.
All right.
Okay.
I like it.
For your large friend, and he basically like just pulls out one of these things that's basically like the old like spring break swimsuit that's just like crotch covers the boobs and like that's it. For your large friend, I am sure that as a construction worker, this is the kind of outfit that he would enjoy.
Extra stretchy.
Yeah, as long as it's
Borat.
stretchy.
You're dressed like Borat at the beach. This is what he basically
Yes.
made you.
It's a little sling, just a sling.
He was like, oh, very good. And he was like, and for you. And he like really does like the impressive gesture and like unzips it very dramatically, pulls it out, and it looks. He was like, he was like, and you just see him like frozen in, like just waiting for your opinion. It's a robe not too dissimilar to yours, but there seems to be this like kind of at least cosmetic enchantment that like it looks like it goes from like rotting flesh to like dead flesh to like the pallid kind of green of like reanimated flesh, and this effect just happens all over your robes.
Nice. So I'll Salvatore put it on. He'll take off his clothes he's currently wearing, and he's just all skin and bones, just a fleshy G.I. Joe patch.
I picture the episode where Marge painted Mr. Burns and she caught him like getting out of the shower.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you look
Yeah,
He's like, you look fabulous.
Oh,
What-
I love it. It's so beautiful. What you did, the stitching of the flesh is beautiful. It's great.
You know, this is the most important thing I've ever done for. What time does the red carpet start?
Be a fabulous doctor. Come at 8 or 9 or 10, whenever you want. The party goes to 3 question marks.
Oh, 3 question marks. That is quite late. It has been a while since I stayed for a 3 question mark party. I am very excited.
Be ready.
Oh, I absolutely will be. He's like, you're going to love what I'm wearing.
Ready. Sorry, y'all.
You're good.
Did we do a break?
We're about to.
Oh, okay.
All right. So he zips up all your stuff. Wear them proud. Please tell them where you've got it. I want to receive all credit.
He doesn't have like his name of his shop just printed all over the.
Now he's trying to be classy. It's like inside the jacket or like in the collar.
Nice.
He's not
It's
Ralph.
actually like a real tailor.
Yeah, he's not Ralph Lauren. Giant logo of human flesh doesn't translate to a logo unless it's a patch of human flesh. What are you wearing? Those flesh jeans? Nice.
Yo, these are tattoo. There's no tattoo jeans.
Zips you up. Is there anything else I can do for you? And he also shows you the outfit for the big hand. It looks like the gimp suit from Pulp Fiction.
Nice. Vinyl.
Extra stretchy, extra hot. Get the cornstarch. My man's not gonna like. You really have to squeeze him in there. And then he kind of goes. And then for this is more of a personal thing, and he hands you just a little tiny one in this little like garment bag.
Nice for our goon.
Made
Just a little glove.
Tell him I did the best I could, and I hope that he likes it.
You tell him yourself. I'll see you later.
All right, very good. I tell Argoon to enjoy what I made for him. That I hope he enjoys it.
Yeah, let's get it on.
So you got your clothes, you got your booze, you got your fucked up shopping list of shit, Vorys. God damn, that's weird. Powdered giant's hair? What the fuck is that?
It's a cocktail that I'm going to spike milk with. So, yeah.
Cool. All right.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Anything else you guys want to do in
Say what
town?
We need all the last thing is just the blood and the bodies from the reanimators, but you would have probably sent ahead for that since he's in their guild. I'm cashing in my stock for blood and bodies.
Okay. You head past like the reanimators hall, and you can see them like loading up like a cart and everything. These really badass like zombie horses drawing the carriage. They're zombie Clydesdales. They're big as shit. And they're like, oh, you know, Master Salvatore, we are on our way to your manor for the delivery.
Be very careful. Do not spill a drop of the blood.
Oh no. We were afraid
Zombies are fresh.
we would have to go back to the temple and they would draw more from us for their enjoyment. That would be terrible.
These on Kuthon.
Yeah,
guys.
they got the gray outfits on.
Okay, well then make sure you just drink some orange juice and have a cookie so you don't pass out on the day.
And they're like, yeah, I got my good shoes on. And you can see they're just like rags with like jagged broken glass in them, like wrapped around the bottom of their feet. All right.
Salvatore detests on Kuthon, and he's just like, God, like, why are they the blood vendors? Of course they're the blood vendors. They just have like gutters lining the whole inside of the temple to catch all of the gross sacrificial blood they spill.
All right, Master Salvatore, last one to your house is a rotten egg. And they just take off like sprinting down the street. Half like hobbling. Ow, ow, oh yeah. Oh God, so good. And just like taking off down the street. The spectral horse just kind of and takes off after them. It takes you a good while to get home. The city is packed. Fireworks have started. It's like 6, 7 o'clock at night, so it's not even dark. Fireworks have started. The city is in full swing. You are one of the few kind of heading out of the city. Everybody's coming in from all the gates, kind of converging to the middle. You two are the only ones making your way out. Milk and Kreegan, you guys get like a good couple of hours of a workout, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the last couple of hours, there's been just a constant parade of people coming to the door, dropping stuff off. There's been this party of orcs that has walked by more than a few times, very well dressed. And every time they do, they just kind of walk and kind of look to see what you're doing and keep going.
Burpees.
And eventually you're going to see Salvatore and Vorys come back armful of stuff. 2 Zonkuthons make their way in. Their feet are just basically bloody stumps, and they could not be happier. And then just a couple minutes later, these 2 zombie horses make their way up, stop right in front, and the skeletons pour out of the house. And just start grabbing stuff off the cart and taking it into the house like constantly. And you can just hear the second the door opens, Argoon, like full on Arlie Army, dictating instructions to the skeletons.
I want to look at Argoon and go, yeah, can we get one of these guys after they're done unloading to get these feet print off the stones out here?
Oh, yeah. They're not. The guards, like, shoo them away. None of you fucking weirdos. Your skeletons will handle this. Wait for your horse. The guards, like, shoo them away clearly. And Argoon's like, Everybody needs to get inside right now and get ready.
Does he just like snap? Does he do the snap?
He has to like jump.
Yeah, he just cha.
Kreegan kind of grunts, but he's ready to go inside, so he goes on inside. He's feeling a lot better now that he's got his little workout in, sweat off the hangover.
Okay.
Huh.
Milky Boy, you gonna keep going? You gonna listen to the hand?
He'll listen to the hand. He'll be like, I don't even have an outfit, but whatever. Let's have a party. Whatever. Milk's like kind of still bothered that he has to be social. He doesn't mind it, but he doesn't want to be forced to do it.
Make your way into the house. Argoon, like the house looks great. Very Geb, very celebrant, bright colors. Also, everything looks kind of rotten and dead. Argoon really knows what he's doing. And everywhere there's just like an army of skeletons, like picking stuff up, moving stuff around. And Argoon's just standing in the middle of the room, just spinning around 360 degrees, using his index finger to point. And he points to all of you and all of your rooms. Go get ready now before guests start showing up.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
And he's kind of reserved back. I said now, maggot!
Milk's like, yeah, he can runs off to the basement.
Right.
I know who's not getting any more fresh ingredients for a while.
All right. Everybody settles in to get ready for the party. On that note, we will take our 10-minute break. It is 8:45 currently. We'll take about a 10-minute break, and we will come right back, and it will be party time. Excellent.
Party time.
Who knows? To our good friend David Wilson, thanks for stopping by. As always, good to see you. We will be back in 10 minutes with a nice little fun party in the land of the undead. Hope to see you on the other side. We will be right back. Boom. All right, we are back from our real life short rest. Before we went to break, the party finished up the last little bit of preparations for this huge soiree that Salvatore has been planning and wanting to throw for all of the movers and shakers of Greydirge. And after Salvatore and Vorys returned home and Milk and Kreegan finished their buff guy jail yard workout, Argoon, de facto party planner for the day, has put on his big hand voice and ordered the party all to their quarters to get ready with their fresh new fits that Salvatore got for them out of the kindness of his heart. His looks way better than everybody else's. Salvatore's going to hand them out in the garment bags. Everybody's going to go. You're going to give Argoon the little one. And as you kind of turn to go to your room, you're just going to hear him like kind of melt. Oh my God, it's absolutely perfect. And then you're just going to hear like the skittering of fingers across like the wooden floor. He lives in a mouse hole like Jerry. So he just kind of scurries into the floorboard, into like a mouse hole. After a little bit, everybody conveniently, for the sake of storytelling and my sanity, all of you are finished getting ready at the same time. And just like on TV, everybody comes out of their doors. Milk, makes his way up. You're probably having a little trouble negotiating the stairs. Your plums are probably chafing.
Oh God.
Not being spoiled correctly.
He did not give you enough credit in that, department. I don't know how many naked goblins he's seen, but
he's seen the one.
It's not enough.
Yeah. So congrats. Either you did not leave an impression on him, or but you're all gonna come out and
he's in denial.
Argoon's like, "Are you all ready?" And all of the skeletons and everything that had once been just scurrying all about the place, getting it ready, have all like taken their places like proper formal servants on the side, just against the walls of the big room. And you can hear Argoon, hold on, Vorys wanted something for you. and you can hear like metal like kind of slide, and then skittering of fingers, and then metal slide, skittering of fingers, and the door
like kicking it in.
The door like kind of slowly and awkwardly comes open, and there's a silver tray with 4 beverages, and our goon's doing his best to like kind of push it and not spill your drinks.
And I'll walk over and grab, and I'll actually let him stand on my shoulder for this one.
Huh.
I'll kind of
cool. Thanks.
Lean down and let him hop up.
And he's gonna stretch like all of his fingers as best he can. So, what do you think, huh? Looks good, right? He's
not my style, but
he's dressed in like essentially a golf glove that's like dressed up like a military uniform. If a golf glove cosplayed as Napoleon, that is
So it's got like the arm tassels and like connected to the shoulders and shit like that.
Like epaulets that look like a quarter of a cinder block. They're gold. All kinds of fringe. My man has more medals than he does like chest space on his jacket.
So I'll kind of.
He sounds like a pocket full of change when he walks.
I'll look at him and go, "Yeah, this is a little more formal than I like." Yeah.
He's like, it's just like the painting.
Yeah.
He's like, that is my favorite picture of me.
I don't like uniforms. It's one of the reasons why I left. I mean, you know.
He's like,
we're not gonna get into that today. But I'm gonna whip around, and there's drinks on this tray for everybody, and I'm gonna hand them out to everybody, and Milk's gonna make sure that he gets the last one, just so that way I know that he gets the right one.
I'm like, oh, this one's just for me. He says.
Yeah. Oh no. It's like these gentlemen are Fury cocktails. They're something I learned about when I was traveling. I heard tales of people like Kreegan, and I look back and I go, I think I know why you used to act a certain way. And then look back like this is about as close as I've come to having real friends in a long time. Now, you're not all alive, and that's all right. But
I don't hold it against
it's
you.
never stopped anything like that before. So, it's been a real pleasure killing shit with you guys, and I hope we can continue. And I'll give a toast to everybody.
Kreegan, in his outfit, he walks up to you with his glass, and he puts his hand on your shoulder, and he says, "Well said, brother. Well said." And he downs the drink.
All right. So if everybody drinks their drink, start to get like a, kind of fuzzy feeling. And if Milk drinks his drink,
which he does, he is always in a competition to drink things.
I just sent it to him in chat. I just was waiting to make sure. I was just waiting to make sure that he drank.
So you are now large for 10 minutes, and you have the clumsy trait for 10 minutes, like Kreegan gets whenever he's in a rage, and you also have a larger reach like normally. So I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna look at you and go, now you know how he feels walking around sometimes. And I go, if you ever wake me up again at 3 o'clock in the morning, I swear to God, you won't wake up from the next drink I give you.
Wow.
So for 10 minutes, you basically are large, you have a 10-foot reach, and you're clumsy trying to walk around.
That's fucked up, man. He's all like, He's like head heavy because somehow
It's like a
made his
toddler.
head extra huge.
It's like a toddler. All right, Milk.
His head disproportionately grew compared to the rest.
So now you are like massive. You're like Kreegan size. What do you do with this? Now that you are this.
Well, I guess he's gonna walk over to Kreegan and stare him right in the face, and he's gonna compete with Kreegan throughout the entire night. Whatever Kreegan does, he's gonna be like, I can do it. Look at me, I'm huge. And he just starts walking around and like he's got a newfound confidence. He's talking to ladies. He's like kind of like falls over and then he's like, yeah, how are you? Did you see this? And he's just fucking showing off the gun show. And he's very annoying, probably.
The quick servers, cocktail servers, a couple of them genuinely impressed. They might have a muscle daddy fetish. I don't know. But you're definitely getting some responses. They're trying to be professional. The caterers aren't supposed to mess with the clients, but they got a little bit of interest. Argoon, for this whole time that you're large, is going to just be kind of looking at himself in the mirror. He's kind of turning around, like turning quickly, saw his metals like clink together. Salvatore, what are you doing in these last? Did you drink your drink?
Oh yeah, definitely drank the drink. Bottoms up. Getting ready. Applying more ceremonial face makeup, making sure he's real green. Big headdress. Got some extra feathers to put in there to make it even bigger. Just really dolling himself up.
Awesome. All right, and then Argoon's gonna kind of snap back to reality. There goes gravity. Everybody's here, and tries his best to like clap to get your attention. You have to see it. You're just kind of like, what are you doing? It's fucking scissoring. Stop being weird.
What if he's snapping for clapping?
Oh yeah, that would work. Thank you. That's a lot better. So
just like slamming himself against the ground. Wham! Wham!
What is the sound of one hand clapping? Argoon smashing his head into the ground. All right, line up. It is time to receive the guests. And he kind of like makes his way to the double front door. Kind of turns around, sees none of you guys in line. Look. You guys are going to host this party. Have any of you hosted a party in Geb before?
The Fury cocktail has Kreegan like he's kind of like a kid who just had soda for the first time or chocolate for the first time. He is just like wired, and he's just like shaking his head, like sure as he like walks over there. He knows how important this is for Salvatore, so he's really trying not to like break anything, but he just wants to like wrestle with the milk.
Hey,
it will have strength later.
Don't make me separate you two. All right. Like I said, none of you've thrown a party in Geb. Let me explain to you how this is going to go. Your guests are going to arrive. The most important ones first. They are going to present you with a gift. You are going to thank them for their gift, offer them a drink, and just as they do that, like the door barges open. And when it does, everybody give me a perception check real quick. I feel like it should make you guys roll at least one fucking thing today. Kreegan, no.
I have to load in the Foundry. I haven't done that yet.
Salvatore, also no.
Yes.
There we go. Yep, Vorys also no.
Bump up.
I'm loading in, y'all. Someone might want to roll it for me, though. If that's possible.
Oh, I think I had access to it.
I got it. I can roll for everybody. Okay.
God damn.
No.
You're going to stand there. You guys are going to be too distracted by Kreegan and Milk tussling around like kids. The bartender and your potion guy are both going to kind of sneak in together, and they look absolutely like wasted. Just stumbling in, hey man, are you guys ready to have a good time?
I look at the little gnome guy, and I'm gonna reiterate. I thought we had a deal.
Don't you worry, man. This is all an act. He's wasted. He was like, I just want you to know. And he like uses him as an example. I told you, you wanted the old stuff. I brought the old stuff. This is the proof.
He's working tonight.
He told me everything he needs to know, and I'll do his job.
Oh, dang. Put him out of the game? Low. That's low.
And you can see him, like, grab Ogden. Hey, man, go sit down. Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate you picking up my shift. And then he, like, takes off this, like, fanny pack that, like, he had, like a bandolier. We're not going to call it a fanny pack. Of, like, little vials. Yeah, hey, man, I told you what to do with these, right? And, no.
I want to take the fanny pack.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
No. Yeah.
Hey, man, it's the cops. They're confiscating my stash, man.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And if you want this back later, it may be a few vials short, but you holler at me.
All right, man, you just be careful with that, all right? I'm going to go to their party. Woo! And he just kind of goes off, and you can see him start talking to the big hand. Hey, man, where are you from?
Oh, he's not getting paid.
The big hand has like a drink tray fashioned to the top of his wrist. He's got like drinks and he's sloshing around.
We're going to do the R2D2.
Yeah.
Except
Look,
for
bro,
his, like, chains and
I'm going to
stuff
bolt this
attached
to
it,
you.
this little gimp suit.
All right, Argoon snaps back. All right, don't worry about them. Let us begin receiving guests. First, representative of the Builders League. And the double doors like swing open, and you didn't see it when Ogden and Nomi came in the first time. There is a line of people outside.
Shit.
Like opening night to Star Wars. Like there is a line. And the door opens, and you see these 8 orcs just pick up this massive like litter with big object covered in a tarp. And orcs are huge. Like they are jacked. They're the biggest orcs you've seen. Kreegan, they are big even for your people. And they slowly like make their way up, and they put it down in front of you. And this one orc, on behalf of the Builders League, for the returning of our rightful property, your place in Greydirge will be immortalized. And rips off the tarp, and it's this badass statue of the 4 of you.
Oh, shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fighting a zombie horde, and it looks like in like the bank. Like they kind of imagined this scene and put you in it. Everybody looks a lot better, like both like attractiveness wise and like ripped, and it's like a comic book, man. They caught you like mid like punch, or like they even got smoke coming out of Milk's blunderbuss. It's hella impressive.
This is like, we need to find out who made this and like get some more done up, because this is...
We hope you find this gift acceptable. And they give you like a deep bow.
Me and Kreegan stop like chest slapping each other, and Milk turns around. He's like, "It's exceptional. It's awesome. Look at how cool that is."
And they're gonna look at you, and they're gonna kind of look at the statue, and they're gonna like talk to themselves. No, this is a fucking goblin. I don't know. They told us a goblin. Well, I don't know what this is. If we need to make adjustments to the statue as things may have come up, we will gladly do so.
Oh no, don't worry. I'll I'll be goblin sized again at some point.
Oh, and they it's like, see, I told you it was the fucking goblin. Why is
I'll
it big?
look over
I
and
don't know.
Give it a couple minutes. It'll be all right.
Okay. Very well. And then you can see him, like the orc that spoke, like clap, and then the other like orcs have to go and pick this thing up. And once you see them pick it up, you realize how like absolutely heavy it is. And you can see Argoon like going, "Ah, yes, put it in the middle of the room." So right in the middle of the room, these orcs like set up this amazing statue of you guys that's now in the foyer of or the big room of the house.
Hell yeah.
I mean, there's nothing like a centerpiece, though. It's just like,
I mean, bro, that's as centerpiece as they get.
That's what we need.
The doors close again, and Argoon, the representative of the celebrants, the door opens. You recognize a mummied figure making its way in. Salvatore, just the most incredible headdress you've ever seen. Like, it is elaborate. Like, Cher would think it was too much. And
Wow.
he walks in
the
and
headdress right there.
and he bows. It's like, my faith forbids me from physically gifting those who do not follow her teachings. It does not forbid me from expressing the gratitude for all that you have done for the greatness of Geb, the celebrants, and Greydirge. And it takes a deep bow in front of Salvatore. And he pops off his headdress. I present to you, follower of the Pallid Princess, an honorary high priest headdress.
Oh, shit.
Shit. The deepest of vows. He's not even. He's speechless for the first time in his whole life.
Are you guys like trying to bow lower than each other? You just keep like
Just
slowly
keep-
just get.
Doing the opposite limbo.
Yeah.
Just
And as, you know, he goes through all the things, it's very formal, and, you know, he's a mummy, been around for a while. And when he comes up, he, you know, kind of gives you personally the little bit of a head nod. And in your head, you hear the phrase, "Don't ever try to read my mind." He makes his way down, he shakes everybody's hand, and he keeps moving.
noted.
Next, the Tax Collectors Union. The door opens.
They probably don't like us too much.
I was just about to say these guys aren't. gonna
Nothing.
Like this.
I tried to get their invitation lost in the mail.
Argoon sees this as a major insult. How dare them not come to this? And he starts getting like really hyped up. This is fuck those
How
guys.
dare-
Blah blah blah. Fine. Should see somebody more appreciative. The Export Guild. And somebody comes in, just like a little envelope, hands it to Salvatore. Unfortunately, the Export Guild must deny your invitation, as we feel it is not right to commiserate with the citizenry of Geb due to the embarrassment of our involvement with the incident.
Oh well, I mean at least that's
I mean, at least
honorable.
you know, at least they're public about it. I take.
But it is kind of like sending a text message to break up with someone.
I mean, I take solace that they at least acknowledged it in public in writing, because that takes a lot for them.
It's still
But yeah.
it's me, not you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I invented
it's
it's not me.
definitely,
It's not
like,
you. It's me.
It's definitely I'm gonna have to go talk to somebody about that, because they could at least send like some money in an envelope.
Yeah, if there's money, if there's a 20 in the envelope,
And some bad news. All right, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
At least there's a 20 in here.
noted. Burn down the tax collectors and the export league. Got it. As well as the
Or we need to make new friends our old friends let us down.
We need to send a spy to the mayor's house to see if the people that didn't come to our party are at their party.
Ooh,
and then it's on.
Where's Gimp Hand?
Yeah, he's black. He'll blend in with the shadows. His gimp suit. Be reflective in the moonlight to grease him up.
Argoon sees this as another like social slight and is kind of upset. God, close the doors. He gets kind of excited. May I present to you our patron, our friend, the Reanimators and Berline Howdley. And doors open. Even like the other guests, like the orcs and everybody else who's kind of trickled in, is kind of like looking. Just this huge mob of robed figures, like the druids of the Undertaker, like that kind of thing, like 30 of them, just march their way in, and in the middle, little figure claps in the same hood. For all that you have done for Geb, the Reanimators, and Greydirge, Bloodlord Howdley is forever in your debt. She regrets that she could not attend this evening. She sends her warmest regards as well as this token of appreciation.
Oh,
Salvatore's gonna kick over a lamp.
damn, dog. We got slided to the
Or a vase. Just kick a
governor,
vase.
dog.
At least the builders came through.
They,
Yeah.
out of like
That's
the
true.
middle kind of scrum, they part, and in it is a chest. Like one of those you got to carry on like poles.
Yeah.
And they walk it over, and they set it down in front of you. And they open it up. And it is a very large heart.
Like the organ.
Like
Yeah.
like of a giant or of a like a monster.
It looks, I was like, I don't know anything about anatomy of anything else. It looks like a human's heart, just really big, like the size of a basketball.
Gross.
Milk starts drooling. He's like, yes, I get to eat it.
Fresh.
Argoon's gonna come over and like hop up on the thing. He's gonna look at you, look back at it. Wow. And he's gonna speak on your behalf. The Lords of the Manor absolutely accept Bloodlord Howdley's most generous gift. And who comes on her behalf? And the little figure in the middle throws back their hood. I am Iskar, High Acolyte of the Reanimators and Lord Servant of Lady Howdley. I here in her stead, I send her most deepest apologies. And she's going to look at Salvatore. She will make this up to you, I assure you. In the meantime,
Our secret handshake.
in the meantime, her gift demonstrates her sincerity and her belief in you. And a deep bow. Argoon, like, stumbling over himself, not really, like, forming coherent sentences. Just, I can't believe she gave you the heart. Wow, okay. Okay, that appears to be it. Okay, now that you have received your high guess, we will let people in.
Bring in the low guests.
I'm gonna start walking around and making sure all of like our doors, like our room doors and stuff like that, are locked.
Before we let
Security
the riffraff in here.
You got it.
Okay. And
Milk all of a sudden perks up. He's like, "Oh, that reminds me." He pulls like a little remote out of his pocket and hits a button, and the stairs are like and close up.
nice.
It's like a little trap door that just slams shut.
All right. Milk, by this point, you've shrunk back down. You're kind of normal size. The orcs are exceptionally relieved. They didn't want to have to carve this statue again. Especially since they carved it in like 2 days, so they've been about it.
I don't blame them.
And Argoon's going to make his way over to the door. And just as he like opens the door, this like very formal flourish of horns can be heard. And he opens the door. The heraldry and tabard of the Lord Governor. I have come to pay my respects to the heroes of Greydirge. I unfortunately did not RSVP in time. I hope that is okay and that you will accept my apologies for barging in.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome here.
We have some openings.
Yes. I heard your friend deserted you for whatever it is that she does.
She had her reasons.
I'm sure she always does. I've known Berline longer than you, and I'm sorry that this hurt, but this is very typical of her. And my business does not take me out of the city. The city is my business. And as prominent members of our citizenry, it is my responsibility to be here, get to know you, understand the people and the problems that surround you. I am here for you. And he walks up to each one of you and just gives you a little coin purse. I know that you weren't in my employ when you found the poisoner and everything, but that does not mean I do not appreciate it. And he just drops a little 50 gold on all of you.
Nice.
Very nice.
And after like the formal bows and all the kind of like rigid things, he really loosens up. All right, let's do this thing. And like kind of turns to Argoon. Argoon kind of snaps, opens the door, and people like start to politely make their way in. Yes, this is kind of a house party. You're still really close to the Bloodlords, and nobody wants to break your shit. So it's not going to be like that kind of party with the guests. If you guys want to break your shit, that's on you. But everybody's going to be a little too intimidated.
Damn right. It's the way they should be.
Okay.
Yeah, but until they drink these fucking crazy concoctions that we got for them, everyone's.
I mean, there's all sorts of other drinks. That was like those drinks were those weren't very cheap. So it's not like everybody and their brother has those drinks. That was something special for you and I guys. Like I heard about the recipe and I wanted to do something special for everybody.
Party begins. Everybody's kind of like hanging out and having a good time. More than anything, you hear lots of guests ask Nomi if they know him from somewhere. Didn't you used to sell this really fucked up like moonshine in the alley? No, wasn't me. I sell tonic. He's like, I deal in medicine and health and all like wellness. And excuse me, and then he just kind of fucks off. But you get that quite a lot, so you'll just see him kind of run across the thing. Argoon's standing on a lot of tables, talking to like the city guard and the governor's people. All of the heads of the factions are kind of milling about. As the party settles in, what do you all want to do? Let's start with you, Salvatore. It is your party.
He's gonna go over to like the center of the room where the statue is and kind of climb up into the like middle of the scenery. And then in combination, I'm going to use the ventriloquist's ring and my feat called hideous ululation.
Okay.
My throat has multiple separate chambers and gives my voice an eerie echo and can clearly be heard at distances of up to 300 feet. Regardless of ambient sound, and then I'll use the ventriloquist ring to like cast my voice all around the room, so it just sounds like there's like a nice big house surround sound system in here.
Okay.
It's just you.
So yeah, he'll climb up on the middle of the thing, and it's like a bad like town hall meeting. It's like a screeching of like a microphone like rings out, and everyone's like, ah.
Hold the mic away from your face, Salvatore.
Yeah. It's thank you for coming to the party, everyone who could come, and if you couldn't come, well then that's fine too, I guess. We'll just have to maybe not burn your house down.
There's like a genuine laugh.
I hope that this party is really killing it for you, and just have a good time. We have some special guests that I would like to have a word with in the study. If I could talk to Zamea. And then he'll kind of hop down and give everyone like a nice cheers and a huzzah as he hops off the...
Huzzah! Everybody has a good time. All right, Kreegan. Everybody's kind of settled in. There's a big statue. There's like a pretty decent contingency of orcs kind of enjoying themselves. What's Kreegan going to get into?
Kreegan, now that the Fury cocktail has kind of died down from him, he is going to be looking at the carved statue, and he's going to compliment the orcs, saying, "You all did a very good job, and with such short notice, this craftsmanship, I must admit, this is extremely well, and I am not sure I could have put forth such good craftsmanship on this."
You bring us honor, brother, for all that you have done for this town. Like all peoples, we celebrate and want these triumphs to last through history. As nomads, we don't get this opportunity. How often are orcs enshrined in stone? This is their reminder that we can be good and decent if they just accept us. You are our champion.
Yes, I will continue to show the land of Geb that an orc isn't just a brute, but we are also noble. We stay to our word. And the extra gold that comes by won't be too bad either, he says with a little bit of a laugh.
And they all kind of laugh too. They're like, we received great payments to immortalize one of our kind, and we hope we did you justice and that you are pleased.
Yes, my companions, I feel greatly appreciate this as well. We will continue to help the land of Geb as we each strive to grow more powerful. But I'm sure you will hear more of our adventures.
We look forward to it, brother. Maybe one day we too shall go on heroic deeds for these people and get our own statue as well. And they all kind of laugh. But we're glad you're enjoying it, brother. If you would like, we would be honored to participate in feats of strength out in the lawn later.
Yes. Let's do it.
Very well.
And he's like wearing that like outfit.
Oh, they're excited to wrestle you in that.
Of course they are.
Yeah, it's like no-gi Brazilian jiu-jitsu, man. It's all like grip and texture, bro. No clothing. All right.
We're wrestling the old what was it, the Greek?
Oh yeah.
Greek way.
Just gonna get butt naked to wrestle, huh? Cool.
Just getting butt naked.
Love it.
Grabbing ass.
All right, Milk. So Salvatore gets up on this statue, makes a speech to everybody. Kreegan's kind of palling around with the orcs, talking about doing each other honor and being immortalized in statues. What are you up to?
He's walking around poaching food. Wherever he can find food, he's taking it and eating it. And he also has a little something in his pocket And it's like, I've been working on this, and sets it down and lights it on fire. And it's like it's like one of those fireworks that just like puts like a lazy stream of fire into the air. And he's like, yeah,
An
yeah.
aggressive sparkler.
Yeah, like a super aggressive sparkler, and he's like standing there fucking delighted, and he's like, yeah, yeah, and it's like jumping up and down and clapping.
Some of the more mindless servants kind of wander, like amble over, and just before you know it, and it burns out, there's like 4 or 5 like mindless zombies just kind of standing, watching as like the fire like burns out, like kind of reaching for it, and then it burns out, and you can hear like the undead disappointment.
Aw.
And then they all kind of amble back, but not before like trying to knock it over or trying to get it to like work again.
I only brought the one.
They kind of. So Milk's just generally causing mischief. Vorys.
Yeah.
Lots of important people. Salvatore gave a speech. Kreegan's hanging out with orcs. Milk's apparently hanging out with zombies and fireworks.
I guess I'm milling about with the governor.
Okay.
He would be the the most powerful person in the room, so Vorys is gonna try and saddle up to him since he really has no real relationship with him.
He spends a lot of time thanking you for what you've done, and more than anything, you get this impression that he is trying to get in good with you.
Our graces.
Yes. And a lot of flattery, everything you've done, how nice the house is, how great it is to have you here. Like all the kind of general, formalities that a politician would give.
Yeah.
And then Salvatore is going to get up on the statue, and are you going to point to the governor, or are you just going to expect him to kind of know you're talking to him?
Yeah, I'll say like, have a very special guest we'd like to speak to in the study, okay. And then I'll kind of like look at him and give him a wink.
And he's gonna look at Vorys. He's like, apparently, the host would like to speak with me. I look forward to hopefully continuing this budding relationship between people that can do things for each other.
I believe that could work for both of our favors.
I would like to see us both benefit. Now, if you'll excuse me, he kind of makes his way. Our goon's a little drunk, so he's standing like on the statue, like waiting for people to walk by and hope that they give him a high five.
He drinks like Mark and Mindy.
He has a shot glass and he's like lit. So the mayor or the Lord Governor is going to follow Salvatore into the study. First, let me say thank you for this amazing party and for all that you have done for this city. I understand your relationship with Bloodlord Howdley is more likely to be easier and closer than mine. But I hope you can appreciate the importance of perhaps more than one friend in high places.
Yeah, tonight is all about mending fences, and he'll pull out the 2 vials that he got from the potion guy and give him one and say, "Oh, bottoms up," and then do the little like arm cross thing.
Oh God. Are you giving him the brain juice?
Yeah, I was gonna save it to do it with Haldoli, but she didn't show up.
Oh. The ghoul dude. Oh, he's gonna have some wild ass.
Hold on, I gotta look something up.
That's dope. Good work, Nick.
And if you want, I got the other dude's knapsack full of fucking juice too.
Let's just get. I'm gonna smoke a Jeffrey.
Nobody's scared of nobody's scared of that.
Okay.
You know, a little bloke down the hole.
All right, Salvatore, I'm gonna give you the choice. Do you want what happens to you, or do you want what happens to him first?
Let's do what happens to him first.
Okay. Roll for reception. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. You're just catching up us at a big party for all the local players, parties, movers, and shakers of Greydirge. All right, do you want him or you first? I'm sorry.
Let's do him first.
Okay. So you can see him take a drink, and his usually like bright glowing red eyes suddenly just fade and pop open. They are all black and glossy, and I don't know if gas like blink. Their eye structure looks a little kind of constantly open. Just gigantic buggy eyes, and for like a sec he puts his hand on your shoulder. He was like, "Do you feel that, man?" And all right, you took it at the same time, yeah?
Yeah, we did like the arms cross.
Okay.
Cheers.
You're gonna
Intertwined
do,
lovers.
and suddenly, just by looking at somebody, you can hear what is going on in their head if you just focused. So if you're not focusing, it just sounds like the entire room is talking super fucking loud. But even from across the room, if you just looked at somebody and focused in on them, you could hear everything that they were thinking. And as such, the dude right next to you with his hand on your shoulder, you can very much hear him go, "Oh my God, what the fuck is going on? Who the hell is all these people talking?" And he is just in his own head. You can hear just panic. On his face, he just looks totally relaxed, like Weekend at Bernie's.
Okay.
His thoughts continue. What if they think I'm a fraud? I'm nowhere near as good as Berline. They're going to know it soon. Everybody treats me like a joke. Barely in charge of this town.
It's Mitch McConnell having a stroke on
Yes.
TV, just blank stare like a scared turtle.
Yeah, I don't know if the mayor had a faceplant getting off a plane a couple of days earlier, but yes. And you can just
Meanwhile,
hear...
meanwhile, if you listen to Kreegan, he's like, "I wonder how many people I could take on if they all attacked me at once."
The orcs are wondering how many of them it would take to take Kreegan down. Milk is just having a good old time with the...
He's singing inside of his head. He's
I'm walking on
not
sunshine.
much going on. Yeah, he's walking on sunshine.
And Salvatore, as you guys are clearly on a different level than everybody else at this party, and so for everybody else, it's kind of apparent. You just kind of two guys standing there. One of them looks whacked out as fuck. One of them just looks weird as shit. And all of a sudden, you see this little gnome like come charging across the room. "Hey, did you drink that stuff he gave you?"
I'll just like nod my head.
Okay.
Stare.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was supposed to find you earlier in the night before you drank this. So I got very explicit instructions on what to tell you. Here's the deal. You need to spit that potion out into this glass jar. And he pulls it out. And it looks like he had it expressly for this purpose. Everybody's memories are in that. If you spit it back out into this jar, this is everybody's memories in this jar.
Oh, snap. Could feed me for a whole week. Yeah, he'll
You're over there like,
I figure he just has like a sack inside of his body that can store food and liquid, and then he just kind of pukes it up later anyway.
Squeezes it out. Let's empty this one. Squish. Okay.
He'll after he spits it out, he'll go over to the governor and be like, slapping him on the back, be like, spit it out, spit it out, spit it out.
No way, man. And you can just hear him go, "I don't want to be governor anymore. This is fucking awesome. And my God, this is great." And just have just the most like completely detached, unsure thoughts, just randomly musing about God knows what.
Nice.
All right, man. Well, yeah, I think it might be time for me to go. And you hear the voice inside of his head. It is definitely not time for you to go. You need to go in this place and you need to tear this motherfucker up. And then he's just, and runs off and like just starts chugging drinks and just like talking to people and grabbing them and looking them in the eyes. Yeah.
You just sent him on a bender.
Nice.
When he comes up to Kreegan, he will hear Kreegan think about how quick it would take to kill the governor if he were in combat.
So fast.
The statue's alive! Oh my god, that statue's alive! Ah!
I think he could just like see the picture in my head of just like right down the middle.
He's gonna laugh. The statue's alive! And go like running off. So as the party continues, after a while, everybody kind of returns to normalcy. Despite the mayor just kind of being like completely whacked out. Nobody seems to care or is embarrassed by it. The whole night, everybody keeps coming up to you, telling you how thankful they are for everything you've done. Even like dead citizenry. They express, they can't have, they try to believe in, equality here in Geb. And for something like that, it is very clearly not a good look. So on behalf of the dead of Geb, they are thankful too that you have all solved this mystery of the food poisoning. Party's going. Everybody seems kind of late. The Lord Governor talks about how whack his party would have been and how glad he is to have come to this and how embarrassing it was that everybody came to this party and not his.
We're all assuring him, it's cool, man. Don't worry. It's just, we wanted to have fun.
I wanted to have fun too. Everybody wants to have fun. You know who has fun? Fucking Berline. Everybody loves her. Carries around eyeballs in a jar. How weird is that?
Yeah. So if he's not
Salvatore put his pair of eyeballs in his pocket.
Where is she at? Because if she's not at his party, and she's not at this party, where is she at? Because we still don't even know what technically that gift is that she gave us. But apparently it's a big deal. But where is she at?
I don't know. Who knows? Bloodlords come and go, man. They're crazy. They do whatever they want.
That they do. That they do.
Party continues. The orcs start to wrestle. It is a great time without getting out of control. Argoon has done his best. You can see him kind of trying to keep the peace, using the undead zombies as his tools. And the party continues on with everybody having a great time. And the line out front stays long. And as soon as somebody leaves, somebody else comes in, introduces himself, this merchant, this, cleric of this church. Through the course of the night, you have met a pretty good amount of not just the movers and shakers, but just people of any kind of provenance in Greydirge. All of them expressing their gratitude. All of them like thrilled and offering to help whenever they can.
Heck yeah. Not the gratitude of the people.
It's starting to get... I don't know. You probably could have asked the mayor for it a little bit ago. He probably just would have given you his keys. I think this opens everything, man. I don't know. Starts to get late. The more prominent people make a very large display of saying goodbye, just as they did upon arriving. And slowly but surely, you realize that your party has overtaken the festival in town. And once that dies down and your party dies down, everything just starts to get later and later. Nobody gets out of control. Nobody gets too drunk, but it just kind of goes on like a good party. You have a good time, whatever. As it starts to wrap up, sun's starting to come up. Couple of stragglers. Nomi still there. Still all about that drink service. Argoon passed out in the big hand. So they're going to play Big Spoon, Little Spoon.
You're like shaking hands.
It's more. I think it's more like this, probably.
Okay.
That's probably. That's. I was like, this is probably literally hand version of Big Spoon, Little Spoon. As it gets to, like I said, like 5, 6, 7 in the morning, what's everybody want to do? Salvatore, your party. Cry if you want to.
Oh, great success. He's gonna, I don't know, find a safe space to put this little potion in there. He's definitely gonna wear that big hat for like forever and ever now. He's never gonna take it off. He's gonna sleep with it on. Yeah, I guess to start doing like any good host at a party, just kind of start tidying things up as people are leaving, picking up cups, mopping up any spills.
All right. Kreegan, you spent a good amount of time with your brethren. I don't know how long it's been since you've seen orcs, but these aren't the ones that you're fighting for. These aren't the dumb, just carry this, move this kind of things. These are the orcs that carved your statue, kind of an odd skill, that fine of stonework. And they've excused themselves. They made a point to say goodbye to the group, to Salvatore as the host, and then come back to you personally on their way out, offering feats of strength whenever you would like.
Very well. I will take you up on that offer.
Mm-hmm. And then what are you going to do as the night winds down?
I think by the end of the evening, Kreegan will probably be wearing down because he'll have been drinking quite a bit. He's still tired from the night before. So once the orcs leave, he will probably find himself a spot on one of the chairs or like a sofa. And he's still going to be there like at the party, but he's going to just be like, kind of like dozing off as he, yeah.
Been there. All right, Salvatore's kind of tidying up. Kreegan is not sleeping on the couch. He's just resting his eyes. Milk, you've made friends with the zombies. You've had a crazy drink. You've set some fireworks off in the house.
Yeah.
What else are you going to get into as the night winds down?
As the night winds down, Milk is nowhere to be seen because he's in his pajamas and he's in his bed and he's already out. He's got his favorite little stuffed beholder.
Nice. I was gonna ask.
Plushie.
I was gonna say Displacer Beast, but cool.
Yeah, he's got like a beholder plushie that he's cuddling up to. He's out. He had a long night the night before. He thanked all the appropriate people and gave all the appropriate social cues, and he's in bed now.
Bouncy bounce. All right, Vorys, you've done your part. You like to get around people in power. People sought you out tonight to introduce themselves to you, who was just kind of your average city guard just a few days, weeks ago, depending on how long this campaign's been going. But yeah, you had a great night. People really wanted to... Obviously, you're the kind of controlled, normal one of the group. So a lot of the quick especially made sure to make your acquaintance. Probably more people than you can remember names for, but they definitely know who you are. What are you going to do as the night winds down?
It's one of those things where, I'll do my best to try to engage as many people as possible. and just try to go from group to group to make sure that everybody gets their their 5 seconds or whatever. And then once a majority, I'd say like 40 to 50% of the guests had left, Vorys is gonna do the slip off into his own room and lock the door.
All right, as everybody kind of eventually milks out, Kreegan's not sleeping. Vorys definitely just going to be done with this. After a while, Salvatore, you're going to see eventually people kind of slowly filter out. It is considered rude in Geb to pass out in somebody else's house. So after a while, our goon kind of politely shoos everybody away, thanks everybody. And for the first time in probably at least a day, the house is entirely quiet. There's no sound from the streets as that festival has ended. And the entire party is asleep. It's about 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning. What are you up to, Salvatore?
I mean, house probably pretty picked up. Everybody's starting to pass out. He's gonna sit down and just take like the smallest sip of the distilled mind wine. Just get another little taste. He was really enjoying hitting up everyone's memories at once.
You're going to get an embarrassing memory of a bard whose voice cracked when they were trying to impress somebody.
Beautiful.
They quit being a bard after this. It was so embarrassing.
Excellent. Yeah, he's just like passed out on the
Now
chair.
Salvatore's wasted. After you've really gotten your fill of trying to focus in on that embarrassing ass memory for that bard, and the house is entirely silent and asleep, a violent rapping at the door can be heard, and as it bursts open, an army of undead, like an army of them, parade into your house, and a voice can be heard. I'm sorry, I'm late. I am just in time for breakfast. And Salvatore, you're going to get a view of a little halfling, a mob of undead servants, and trays of food. Wake up, bitches. It's breakfast time. We've got to talk. And that's where we're going to end it for today.
Time for brunch?
Oh, not like the 5 minutes of sleep brunch. No. Oh, she's gonna get Vorys like red-eyed and angry.
Just remember, if you eat all of your breakfast, you won't get in trouble. That's the rule. All right, so we have survived this party. You guys have hobbed all of the knobs, potentially, with the exception of one, and she has made her grand appearance. So we will get to her next week. Yeah, all right. So every week you see us come in and we play these fun little characters. I get to play a disembodied hand, and you get to appreciate not only like how much fun it is and why we keep coming back to do this with each other, but just to know that in order to be capable of this and for us to have this much fun, everybody here has to be an incredible person. And I don't want anybody watching this to not know how incredible these people are, even in the slight little window that I allow them to do it. So we give them a little chance to say a little bit about themselves, and we will get out of here because I am exhausted. Let us start. Let's see who we can start with. Let's start with Milky Boy. You passed out first. You feel like you missed? Where you missed anything?
Milk felt complete. He had a good day. He got some exercise in. He overcame the hangover. He did enough social stuff that he thought Salvatore would be proud of him. So he retired to his quarters.
All right, social battery is done. I'm out.
Yeah.
And then tell us about our friend Tenta.
I'm Tenta. I am 40. I love tabletop RPGs and all kinds of RPGs and combat sports and wrestling and metal music, and I'm just glad as hell to be a part of this with these guys. And yeah, that's me. I'm just a happy dude.
Awesome. Love you, buddy.
Me too.
All right. Vorys, you've had quite the day. Without making a big deal of it, you, like I said, you hobbed all the right knobs. Feeling good about your establishment of not only yourself, but the party within Greydirge?
I mean, yeah, for a newly formed group, I think we're doing quite well.
Big party, everybody comes, everybody says fuck the governor.
You know, the governor said fuck his own party, so, you know, what can I say to that? Like, that's like the ultimate, like, that, you know, back in high school, whenever, you know, the cool kids were supposedly having a party, and then all of a sudden, like, you started having cool kids show up at your party where it was like 5 people. So
that's right, because there's a car on fire at our party. What?
Yeah.
And the cops are definitely coming. They're on their fucking
They're
way.
on their way now.
Yeah. All right. You feel good about how this party went?
I think it went fairly well.
Okay. All right. Take your dub, then tell us about our boy Lewis.
I am Lewis. Again, you know, longtime player with the gentleman leading this, Manny, who is leading us through this wonderful world of Pathfinder.
2015, yeah.
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 When the day
5th edition dropped. 5e dropped.
The 5th edition dropped. Yeah. So yeah, we've been playing together for that long, so it's been a great ride, man. And meeting all these guys that we play with now has been a blast, and playing with them has been even more fun. So I hope it continues, and we have so much more.
Awesome. Let us go to our potential feat of strength. Our winner and our biggest mover and shaker behind the scenes, at least as far as pleasing their faction directly. Landon, how do you think this party went for just in general and for Kreegan?
In general, I think it went well. I think that it gave valuable information about the governor and his thoughts. You know, Kreegan may not be into the social aspect similar to Milk, but, you know, he's happy that he could, you know, at least be there since Salvatore went through all the effort to put it together, and Vorys, of course. So, yeah, he had fun with the feats of strength and everything, and his outfit was a very nice one, very stretchy, very silky, so like it didn't
flattering,
you know, irritate the skin. So he loved the outfit, and he thought it made him look big and scary, which is exactly what he wanted. But yeah, I'm Landon Baker. I have a wife and I have 2 puppies. I love gaming in general, but more than that, I love gaming with these guys. I look forward to this every Tuesday night, and I definitely look forward to it next week. Excited to see what Berline has to say. So
awesome. And last and not least, our host with the most. I will say, out of character, Nick was when we talked about downtime, the first thing Nick said was that he wanted to throw a party, and I was like, hell yeah, that's going to be awesome. So a lot of this has been driven by just you wanting to throw a party. For just in general, how do you think the party went? And then for Salvatore, how did the party go?
I mean, nothing really got broken besides the vase, the priceless vase that Salvatore kicked over in a
and that was me.
And Berline didn't show up. So yeah, good. You know, the governor didn't you know, make too much of an ass of himself. Nobody got too wasted. We got a really dope statue out of the whole thing, so that's good. And for Salvatore, he couldn't be more thrilled. I mean, especially now that Berline showed up for a little post-party brunch, and he was able to get in good with the governor. He thinks, you never know, could wake up with a terrible hangover. I am Nick, and I'm on the West Coast. Chef, married, I got cats and dogs.
Living together in
just
mass hysteria.
Guys. Everybody got to see the big fluffy. She's like a cloud. Sings high soprano, beautiful voice. Yeah, and just love playing with the guys. Thanks so much for having me in the group. It's awesome, super fun game.
Awesome. So that's been our amazing cast. Like I said, we are all of season 1 of this campaign is available on YouTube, youtube.com/@GrowedUpGeek. Give us a sub over there to make sure, and you can watch every single episode we've ever done on this channel. I think we're up in the 150s plus number of episodes. So we've been doing this a while. There is something for everybody. Give us a look over there. If not, join us right back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. twitch.tv/GrowedUpGeek for episode 4 of Bloodlords. Until then, always remember, I love tabletop role-playing games and the people who play them. Thank you for watching. Roll for Perception. Thank you for the raid. Dave Wilson, always great to see you. We appreciate the support. Love everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see everybody next week, and we are out of here. Bye-bye.
Bye.